At 8 years old, I was again abused by my stepdad.
Jesus.
And at 13 years old, I was drug raped by a friend who is also a church deacon. And I heard Empress Afford said a few things on her live about fighting back. And if you've been through what many of us have been through, then like me, you may be thinking about fighting back. And I remember I never did fight back.
Fucking traffic is crazy.
Not then.
I wish I could take the train.
Who was I gonna fight? My stepdad, who is the biggest monster ever that haunted me in my dream long after. Years later, who was I gonna fight? The friend who drug raped me when I didn't even know nothing until I woke up the next morning. Who was I gonna fight? That 5-year-old little girl in the bed that got awoken by a nasty paedophile. She shouldn't have to be freezing up, scared, not knowing what to do. She shouldn't have to be safety planning in her mind about how she's gonna get out. The embarrassment that's yet to come upon her. She shouldn't have to be thinking about all those things. But that was me. And I laid there and I pretend like I was sleeping. And I planned my escape. 5 fucking years old. And I got out. I did, but I didn't fight. I didn't fight.
People do. Some of them are cussing, so
but since then, because you know what? I'm not alone, and neither are any of you. Our ancestors, they're with us. You may see me standing here, but I've got a whole line of ancestors behind me. And they are reveling in this moment right now. They were there for me in that moment. They were there for me in all those other moments. And they did the fight for me. And what did that do? All those experiences, it left me with a fighting spirit though. I came to this country, people think that when you're out the abused, you're fine. Just get on with life. Really? Right. You try it. There's no such thing as fine. There's years of healing still to come. The trauma, the doubts, the worries, the concerns. What are they thinking? Can they see that dirty little girl inside of me? What would they say if they know? You shouldn't have to be thinking about that. But I carried the load. I carried it. It was heavy. And I got judged. I got judged for not fitting in. I got judged for being too over-sexualized. I got judged for being too bad. But nobody knew what was going on inside of me until that very day at university when my teacher came in the classroom and said, today's lecture is about rape. That was it. That was it. But that happened for a reason. It's called a trigger, guys. And if we haven't dealt with our trauma, one day it could be a smell, it could be a sound, it could be a taste, on my worst enemy. The panic attack. I woke up so many nights in sweat and horror. Can't go back to sleep. But all of that happened for a reason. It didn't just happen coincidentally. I dealt with a lot of my trauma since then. Have they not resurfaced? And who's gonna be? I ain't gonna be telling no one nothing. But because they resurfaced, I got the help. Guys, help is available. Help is available. And I wanted to let more women, especially us lot from the black community, from the African and Caribbean community, I wanted to let more women know that help is available. So I set up my own organization, and it's called the Lioness Pride. We're mainly known as the Lioness Circle. We're based in Croydon. A group of women, like I said, mostly black women, who's been through abuse after abuse, who's been neglected and deserted by friends, family, and the whole damn system. But the power still burning. And that's what these women have come to realize within themselves at the Lioness Circle. It's about empowering survivors empowering survivors. And as a result of the work we've been doing there, I've even ended up writing my own book. It's called The Lioness Uncaged. And I talk about my story because no one ain't silencing me anymore. It's my story. And I am not ashamed and I am not afraid to tell my story.
Now the march was massive, loads of people.
And my current
Not
thing
people
now
before,
is that I, with this same story, is running for councillor, a Labour councillor at Croydon Council. Because the story doesn't end here, it's just beginning. And I am so proud to be standing here right now, to be talking on this subject, because it's just something we just don't talk about. We brushed it under the carpet because it's just so disgusting and humiliating and embarrassing. But you don't have to be humiliated anymore, guys. And that's what today is about. It's about standing together in solidarity, supporting each other, and making sure that those responsible are held accountable. That's what today is about. I thank you all for listening to me, and I thank you, Sister Akwa, for having me here. Document our stories. You know, there has to be a legacy that's left for our young girls and our young boys to be able to see what it is that we are doing, how it is that we've resisted, and why it is that these things should never be allowed in our community again. This is called legacy. We have to leave a legacy because our stories are going untold. Yeah? I've just been speaking to a few old school Brixtonian sisters in the crowd and stuff, and there's so many women that want to be here, but the shame and the fear of recrimination is still upon them. You know, I wish Sister Karma could be here because she gave such a powerful testimony last Friday as to that journey from victim, from being crushed in that way, and how it is you get to survivorship and survivorhood, you know. She's a powerful, powerful living testimony of how healing goes. And so are these two sisters as well. You know, when you take your power and you turn it around and you put it back into the community to help those who have been through what you've been through, that is the greatest honour that we can do to our own trauma, much less others. Please put your hands together for this, the beautiful, beautiful Sister Heaven from Lioness Circle. Blessed love, my sister. Thank you so much. Can we please put our hands together for beautiful Empress Afro Rose for putting this together? Yes, Ashay. come and show faith. That's a deep wound. Because we all know when you've been through something like this isn't about just the physical aspect. This rapes your spirit. It rapes your potential. This is an easy procrastinator catalyst where you start things you don't finish them. Where you feel helpless and hopeless, and you feel that you're not good enough. At the most minuscule trigger, you could be having the best day. You could be having the best year. And in something, there's something in you, it takes you back to that moment where you were hopeless, where you were... Okay, so, basically, I'm not gonna get too deep here, but I was triggered literally 10 minutes ago because one of the perpetrators who perpetrated me is here. No, please, wait. And we are going to talk. I've reached out to this person several times. They've ignored me. Can you believe the Most High brought me right to his court? And he's here, and we're going to talk. Because we need to talk. He wasn't that much older than me. He was a youth himself. Still doesn't make a difference. Do you understand? That nearly threw me the fuck off. But that's alright. Right! Now, what I need is everybody who's got a drum, please. My drummers. Hello? I knew that would get your attention. Can everybody who's got a drum, please, can I get a drum beat? Because what we're going to do right now is we've spoken enough, we've cried enough, we've shared enough, we've listened enough. Now it's time to move this trauma out of the body. We need to move it out of the cell memory, because that's where it's trapped. It's a pattern within. I share. I love that beat. We're going to do some om. Does anybody know what om is here? An om. I'm going to give you an example of om. So you breathe in. When you breathe in, your stomach expands and you hold it for 5. Inhale. Let that smoke fill up all your body.
Oh, it's dying. I had to take out my battery. I need to get me a camera.
What about the pack,
Yeah, I got it.
That's the thing when you're online, it's bound to find it.
When you're ready, open your eyes. I know some of you lot guys still stay open, but that's cool. It's part of the trauma. I allow you. And now, we're gonna move. Move the drums. Don't just stand there. Move your waist. Come on. Move it. Move your shoulders. Move your shoulders and move your waist. Yeah? This is how you get rid of trauma. Here, step to the side. Step. All right, move it. Move it. That's right. I need you to rest off. I want to see it. 2 steps at least. Move it. This is your time. You understand? Don't worry about how you look. This ain't no dancing competition. This is moving that trauma out. Yeah. Right. Now, after me, we're gonna repeat something. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I'm abundant. I am worthy. I am fertile. I am fruitful. I am productive. I am creative. I know myself. I love myself. I'm full of wealth. I'm full of health. I trust myself. I lead with my heart. I lead with my soul. I know who I am, even when I don't. I know who I am. I love myself. I trust myself. I forgive myself. I trust myself. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I'm rich. Bitch. Now, you see these wings? Why I got these wings? Because, let me tell you something. I don't even know if they're straight. Who cares? In life, you have to fly through things. You elevate. When they go low, we go high. Yeah? Give thanks to my late Auntie Maisie. She's the one that came with that. When they go low, what? We go. When they go low, we go. We go high. When they go low, we go. We go high. When they go low, we go. When they go low, we go. Right. Now I want you to look at the person next to you, and I want you to tell them, you are worthy. You deserve abundance. It was never your fault. Return that to sender. I am my own creator. And so are you. I trust myself. I know myself. I love myself. Even when I don't. And every day you wake up in the morning, in the sunrise, because we don't mourn when we rise, you understand? I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to give yourself a gun and a wink. You don't see Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Carlton?
Dead as well.
He gives himself with a gun and a wink, right? And you grab that, if you're a woman, grab that pum pum, because it's the most powerful thing you're ever going to have in this world. And you remind yourself, yeah, that you are the fucking creator, yeah? That everything and everyone came out from that. You understand what I'm saying? You grab that, you hold that, and you remind yourself, because no matter what they did in that area, it don't matter, because you still can create. Even if you don't have a baby physically, you still create. You still create. You are the one that everyone runs to, leans on, carries on, yeah? You remind yourself of remember this, your pain can be turned into power anytime. And just like this conversation that I'm going to have with this person who doesn't seem to be here anymore, which means that he does remember. But if he does return, this is a conversation that I'm ready for now. Because I need to know why he did what he did. I don't need an apology though, because I've got my own closure. You understand? Which is what? I turned plant-based, I healed myself from lupus, I reversed all diseases that came to me through the trauma, I changed my life around, I stopped taking every narcotic that I took, I just changed everything, and I became me again. I fasted for 111 days and I said no more. And so are you! Yeah? I want to hear it one more time. I am healthy! I am wealthy! I am worthy! And make sure you drink a green juice as well, because it helps with your iron, you know? Love and more love to you. Big up yourselves, yeah? Ashe. Ashe. My name's Heaven. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow me on Heaven's World, plural. Heaven's World, all one, plural. Ashe. And tomorrow, Lioness Circle on Instagram as well. Ashe. Can we just say one more clap for yourself, please? Please. The enemy's too delightful. Yeah, we don't pet and powder with no talk around here. How you mean? I love that. I absolutely love that. So we're going to be, we've got like an hour and a half left in the square. As I said, we can stay and mingle, whoever feels they want to do that. But I personally have said from the beginning that we need to end the march before sundown, because we don't want no night time to catch us down there. Yeah, we don't want any funny guys or anybody thinking that, you know how it is, you know how we do it. Yeah, there's people waiting on the touchline somewhere in these side streets to move in when sun comes.
What makes you fine? Beautiful woman, where does your secret lie? In your heart, in your mind, not between the fine. You're superwoman and you're creative. I don't know what to say anymore, but I'm so touched as a man who representing you. I'm just gonna be real. I built an app for when our community is in trouble, for when we need our own shit, because people are not supporting us. I built an app for you. I built an app for our people, for our situation. I built our own social media platform as a young person to support us. Yeah, it's free. I'm a young person, I use my mind. I've been encouraged by my man over here who mentored me. And I'm here, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. Bless you, and I hope you find healing.
I give thanks to our ancestors. My testimony is such that I'm affected. I'm affected because I know ones that have been affected. I'm a parent. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. And one of the key things I would like to share today, and it's sad that in this day and age, in the year 2021, in the Gregorian calendar is what we're currently using. In this day and age, our brothers, so those of you brothers who are here, please take the message and share, and the sisters as well, that I know at least 3 individuals, I would say 2 male associates and 1 friend, that when a sister says
brothers literally and actually think that if she continued to say no, 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 she'll eventually say yes. She played hard to get, and eventually she realized no. So this is a serious concern of mine, and not just mine, yours and ours. This is serious. So please, what does no mean? No means literally no. Not playing hard to get, but no. Right? And these are big men. These are big men. I don't get it. Today, I'm in my 50s, and these men are telling me, there's a reason why I'm saying that. I can't believe that our brothers, they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and no means yes. This is sick. And this is what I wanted to share. Thank you.
You know, it's often said that we don't mention brothers. We don't mention brothers because brothers aren't coming to us. But we know your pain, we know that you're in the shadows, we know that you are not speaking out, and we represent you as well. You see my sisters here, the spiritual sisters, don't ever underestimate these women. Our elder earlier on, who held a reverence and brought in the spirit of our ancestors, the prayer warriors that's been holding fast in the prayer to ensure that we can be safe here today. And of course our lovely security brothers here that have given their time and their energy to this event. You understand? We need to really pick them up because people have put themselves physically on the line and spiritually on the line. Spiritually. Yeah? You know, even just this gathering, I've had conversations with people that's given me more information to this investigation. It's quite crucial. These people here, Lambert, will wake up and listen after this event. Believe me when I tell you that. If you didn't trust me for your trust here today, they will listen and wake up and hear our cry, and they will answer to our demands. Yeah? The police will answer to our demands, and it's not stopping here, as I said, brothers and sisters. There is a lot more coming. Stay tuned and stay focused and stay strong. And encourage everybody here knows somebody who's affected, who wanted to come out and didn't feel able to come out. Okay? Speak to them. Show them the footage of this event and show them the strength that exists that is here to support them. Not everybody is a troll. Yeah? Not everybody is going to disbelieve you. We believe you. I believe you. Everybody here believes you. And there is absolutely no shame in it whatsoever. Yeah? There's people that are here that have taken their own fear and their own shame and have taken it in their hands and placed the torch for all those that feel shame. Like Sister Karma said, I wish you could be here. Like she said last week, give back the shame. The shame does not belong to you. It belongs to the perpetrator. Yeah? Even I haven't seen the rap. Yeah? Where is it gone? You know? When you think about some of the atrocities, like the baby who died in the fire, you know, you've all heard about what happened there. Yeah? Where a 12-year-old who was groomed and statutorily raped by rats, yeah, and had a baby for him to keep that family silent, he burnt that house down and that baby was died as a result of that fire. Yeah? For those that never heard about it before, our brother Wayne Douglas that was killed inside Brixton police station, we all know about it. I was one of the young people out there demonstrating against that atrocity up the road. But what we didn't know is that when a fundraiser was held for the family, Vincent Pratt robbed the fundraiser. Yeah? These are the things. People know what this man was doing in the community. We're talking up the things today. I don't have the time to go into all of it. If you watch my lives and if you come on the platform, you will hear the full story. Okay? But we are talking about a murderer, a rapist, a paedophile, allegedly. Yeah? Allegedly. We are talking about one of the biggest scourges in our community to ever come out of the Windrush experience. And there is a whole generation of black women in this community and mixed race women and white women, made
idiots. You know who they are, they know who they are. I've called the names earlier, okay? We could do a whole roll call on these people. But right now, we are claiming this space and we are taking back the power. That red smoke and the red clothing that we have today symbolizes the blood of the fallen, the baby, the women that didn't make it, the women that were put on the game up the road there in Brixton and Streatham Hill and who were killed and never made it. You know, the woman that was found in the bath strangled.
Yes.
It's alleged that Raymond Edwards was the perpetrator.
Yes.
Alleged. Okay? To keep their nasty secrets silent. There is so many atrocities, my brothers and sisters, and we have to have this conversation in our community. I want us to hold a minute silence for all those that didn't make it, and a minute silence for all those who are still afraid to speak out. Okay? And that includes our brothers as well. I want them to come forward. It does not make you less of a man because you've been abused by some nasty perpetrator. You are not less of a man. You are more of a man when you come forward and you take back your power and give away your shame. Yeah? Follow the examples of the women, because it is us that's speaking out. It's us that have stood up and have blazed the trail for the brothers in our community. The good men that are here, as I keep saying, Mega Man, Double D, all these brothers. There was another brother that wanted to speak, but I just couldn't remember his name, so security wouldn't let him through. But all these brothers that are here representing and protecting us, you are the alpha males of our community. I don't want to hear no bad man talk. Yeah? People that are talking about riding out and they're doing this and they're doing that. It's all talk, because they're not here standing on one of the most important issues in our community in a generation. They're not here protecting the sisters who have had to come out today to face one of the most scariest and notorious and dangerous men in our community of this generation. You're all here standing up to that. Yeah? You're all here standing up to that tyranny. And that's what's most important. So let's hold a minute silence. I also want us to observe all the sisters that have been perpetrated upon, that have been harmed. You know, we had a real gem in our midst. And I fear that many of us, because of a lack of knowledge and ignorance, didn't really understand what was in our midst. And that sister that I want to honor, amongst all of the sisters that I want to honor, but I really want to raise her up today, is our sister Sasha Johnson, that is laying